A deadly crash in Piedmont Saturday night claimed the life of a Simpsonville man. Authorities say 56-year-old Todd Nelson was killed when his motorcycle collided with a van on West Georgia Road around 7 p.m. Nelson died at the scene from blunt force injuries. The incident is under investigation by the Greenville County Coroner's Office and the South Carolina Highway Patrol. County, one person is dead after troopers were led on a chase early Saturday morning. The State Highway Patrol says it happened just after 3 a.m. after a driver reportedly attempted to evade law enforcement. Troopers say there were 3 people inside a Chevy Tahoe. Troopers say the vehicle ran off the road and struck a ditch near the intersection of Dravo Road and Dravo Road Extension. We're told 22-year-old Elias Sisk has died at the scene. An autopsy is scheduled. The condition of the driver and the other passenger are unknown at this time. Highway Patrol is investigating. It's unclear if any charges have been filed.
Nicole, thank you. Well, one person is dead after a drowning in Abbeville County. SCDNR says they responded to Lake Russell after a person jumped into the water and never resurfaced. Details are limited at this hour, but authorities say a body was located. The person's name has not yet been released. Authorities are still investigating. Also, authorities in Greenville County are investigating after a pedestrian was hit and killed around 8 this morning. The coroner says it happened on Roper Mountain Road. We're told 86-year-old Anthony Hinkler was pronounced dead at the scene. The coroner has since ruled that death as accidental. Back now with some developing news. A driver crashed into a crowd outside of a Hollywood nightclub, injuring dozens this morning. Police say it may have been intentional. Now a shooting suspect is also on the run. Elise Martinez is in Los Angeles with what we know so far.
The LAPD says they are investigating this as an intentional act. Now, people were getting out of the Vermont Hollywood nightclub around 2 a.m., standing around on the street waiting for their rides and their Ubers, when police say a car driving down Vermont popped up onto the curb and rammed into the crowd of people. Initial reports say he was kicked out of a nearby business, but police say that's not confirmed quite yet. Police say bystanders dragged the driver of the vehicle out of the car and attacked him. Police say that at some point during that assault, the driver was shot by a bystander. Police now looking for a shooting suspect seen running away from the scene. As for the injured, at least 30 people were hurt, 7 in critical condition, 6 in serious condition, 23 people taken to local hospitals. The victims are said to be in their 20s and early 30s. Mayor Karen Bass issuing a statement saying, quote, "This is a heartbreaking tragedy. I want to thank the more than 100 LAFD and LAPD personnel who responded to the scene to help save lives. The hearts of Angelenos are with all of the victims impacted this morning. A full investigation into what happened is underway." Now, as for the driver of the car, he is in the hospital in stable condition and under arrest. Reporting in East Hollywood, Elise Martinez, now back to you.
This evening, authorities in Union say they're searching for a man who's accused in a deadly shooting. Now, according to Union Public Safety, officers responded to reports of shots being fired on West Henrietta Street last night around 7:30. Investigators say they found Eric Johnson laying in a field behind Pickaninny Street. We're told the victim was taken to the hospital where they later died. During their investigation, police identified Charles Young as the suspect in the killing. Authorities have issued warrants for his arrest. He's wanted for murder and possession of a weapon during a violent crime. Investigators say if you see him, you're asked to call 911 immediately.
The sound of a siren can be a life-saving alert in an emergency.
In Haywood County, a major flood warning system upgrade is just about done, and it could make a big difference when seconds matter. Our Kelsey O'Donnell explains.
Nearly 10 months after Helene,
the water, oh my goodness, was all the way up here.
Goldie Jenkins, like many Western North Carolina residents, is still recovering.
Now, you said these were put in place for Helene.
Yep. The girls and I packed these in front of the doors the night before Helene.
Flood damage is still clearly visible and deeply felt throughout the Clyde community. Jenkins and her husband lost everything.
We have invested in this to help with our income and our retirement.
Years before Helene devastated the region, chair of the Haywood County Board of Commissions, Kevin Ensley, says Tropical Storm Fred spotlighted a growing issue. That's when the flood warning siren project took shape, receiving funds through a state grant.
Our emergency management team is committed to being prepared, that we will have, the proper warnings in place, and it'll be multi-layered.
Soon, 18 flood warning sirens will cover the southern portion of Haywood County. Designed to alert residents of dangerous flooding, officials say they're triggered automatically by rising river levels and can be activated manually through the county's 911 communications center.
In some of these south end of the county areas, there's no cell service at all. So we have set these sirens up with radio signal.
Officials say the locations were carefully chosen based on flood risk and previous damage. Their hope is to ensure that everyone, no matter where they are or what device is being used, can be warned in time.
So the frequency is a kind of a low sound, and it travels further, and it'll even go through buildings.
And while the sirens won't prevent property damage,
We knew it was coming, but what could you do about it?
they could save lives, even in areas typically off the grid.
Just sign a little easement, and then I know that I'm definitely going to be able to hear the siren there too.
Officials tell us the system still must go through extensive testing once installation is complete, but they expect it to be fully operational by the 1st of next year. Reporting in Haywood County, Kelsey O'Donnell, 7 News.
Haywood County leaders say they're pursuing some more money, trying to expand the siren coverage and get it to more areas in the county. And they're encouraging people to stay informed, stay connected, and take some time now to make sure you're ready for future storms.
Well, this week, Congress approved slashing more than $1 billion in federal funding to public broadcasting. The cuts are expected to hit small NPR and PBS stations, especially those in rural areas. CBS News' Karen Wall looks at how these reductions could trigger a local news blackout.
Before the sun comes up.
Alarm went off at 4 in the morning.
Got here at 5:30. Jeff Farrell turns on the lights at the only NPR news radio station in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Partly cloudy and 73.
Farrell is the only full-time news employee at Red River Radio. He's the news director, on-air host.
The time is now 8:04.
Field producer.
How much of a difference?
Writer.
You're listening to The Market.
And sound editor. 15-hour days covering news in 3 states.
Do I rest for a second? Yeah. I'll take a quick 15-minute pause and then recharge.
So you sleep in your office?
Sometimes.
Everything in this control room, Farrell does solo. Stations like this are one of the few news sources left that serve Arklatex, that intersection between Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas.
There are a couple of parishes in Louisiana that have nothing. Not even any kind of newspapers.
Catherine Marr is president and CEO of NPR.
I think that this could fundamentally alter public radio as a national service in this country, and that would be a tremendous tragedy.
About 19% of Louisiana lives in poverty, and 15% don't have internet access, according to the U.S. Census.
You can't afford satellite TV. You can't buy cable. And they're alone. And so it is a lifeline. And what's great about this is that they feel connected. They stay connected to the world.
So what's at stake here? What happens if your funding is cut?
We lose $160,000 out of $1 million for the budget. It's less service to the people that need it most.
Public media, public radio, public television are a critical part of the emergency response plans of nearly half of the states in this nation. Defunding this is a real risk to the public safety of the country.
These radio emergency alerts are vital during hurricane season, warning folks where and when storms will hit.
Public radio saves lives. The emergency broadcast system, without it, people would die.
The city of Shreveport is...
Farrell knows the responsibility he bears, but also the honor he has.
Good morning, I'm Jeff Farrell.
Karen Waugh, CBS News, Shreveport, Louisiana.